Hi comrades, welcome back to the channel, and here is a rundown of today's video. Firstly, we're going to be talking about the financial tips that my African mother taught me at a very young age that have enabled me to live a debt-free life up to this age. I want to tell you guys something about money. Even the Bible says it, a fool and his money have no business together. If you do not take care of money, you're going to lose it. So I want to believe that if you can learn or master the tips I'm going to share in this video, you are going to be able to handle your affairs and ensure that you have money kept aside for the rainy days. So if you are not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, hello, what are you even doing? Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button so you can get notified whenever we post, like, comment, and share so that others could find the videos and learn from it as well. Secondly, Dangote needs 35 visas to travel around Africa. I'm talking about the richest black man in the world needs 35 visas to travel around Africa. A person can leave France or America and come to all the African countries, but our beloved Dangote will be at the embassies. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the travel restrictions in Africa and how that's a hindrance to trade and collaboration amongst Africans. So, stick around as we dive into these topics. Here are the financial tips that my African mother taught me at a very young age that have enabled me to live a debt-free life. The first one was about savings. And my mom used to say, you do not eat money like groundnuts. For those of you who might not know groundnuts here are peanuts. Same. My mom did believe that those who ate all their money without reserving a little for the rainy days were going to suffer in the end. So when I was 7 years old, my younger sister was 6, my mom came back home from work with something like this. This is a blank bank. This is actually my mom's blank bank. It has a crack in the middle. And my mom told us to start saving for our future. I'm telling you, I was 7 and your girl had already started saving. So it was very interesting. And, you know, if you have siblings, you know that you and your siblings like to compete. So my sister and I started competing to see whose bank was going to get filled first. And I'm telling you, whatever little pocket allowance I got, I made sure I kept some for the rainy days. There's sometimes that I will go to school, I'll eat just my food that was made from home, and I'll keep my money just to go and put in my bank. And at the end of the day, when I was going to Form 1, I was 10 years old. My mom said, bring your bank and let's break it. And when we broke that bank, I had more than 15,000 francs in that bank. That was what we used to buy my rulers, my pens, my accessories for school, and I was so proud of myself. So from a very young age, I realized the importance of saving. So I'm one person that I'm always going to save money. And one rule that I do use, which we'll dive into it deeper in other videos, is the 50-30-20 rule. The second financial lesson was about debt avoidance. And my mom used to say, borrow means borrow. In my home, let me tell you, if you ask that, please, can you lend me 50 francs? Let me buy groundnuts or let me buy roasted corn. I'm telling you, when you come back home, you better go and bring that 50 francs and come and give back the owner. My mom does not believe that. Oh, you know how you can lend people money, and when it's time for them to refund you the money, start saying, oh, it's just $1,000. That's why you're making noise. Not in my home. In my home, even if it's 1 cent, you have to return that 1 cent. And one thing my mom used to say is, instead of borrowing stuff, you can advance for stuff. Say, for example, I want to buy this purse and this purse costs like $2,000. Instead of saying, please give me the purse and I'll give you the money, my mom would say, find $200 and go and advance for it. And every month you just go and chip in some money from there. Then by the time you realize you would have gotten the purse. In that way, you don't have a lot of debt hovering around your head at the end of the month and then you're depressed. You understand? So yes, always go and advance for stuff. And remember that borrow means borrow. So if you ask somebody for money, please go and refund that money. The third financial tip was planning ahead. And my mom used to say, waiting last minute to buy everything will cost you more. So my mom believed that if you want to get the best deals, you need to start buying before time. For example, Christmas is coming. So people used to wait till like November, December to buy things for Christmas. Not in my home. In my home, they start buying things for Christmas in August, September, October. November is just buying like perishable goods and stuff like that. So my mom used to believe that waiting last minute will cost you more. I'll tell you guys a story. For those of you who are Cameroonian, you probably understand this better. When I passed my ordinary levels, my mom started buying my things for the university. So those of you who are not from Cameroon, we have GCE, ordinary levels. Then we have A levels where we write it in high school. Then you can go now to college or we go to the university. So for me, when I wrote my ordinary level, which was supposed to permit me to go to high school, my mom started buying my things for the university. Such that when I wrote my advanced level, I had everything. I'm talking about, I had everything for the university. I mean, she just used to come back home. Hi, miss. Here are your pots. And I'm like, huh? Hi, miss. Here are your bed sheets. Every single time she came back from work, like for 2 years, she was just coming from work. Some days she would just come back. Hi, miss. Oh, I saw this shoes. You will like it when you go to university. And by the time I was going to university, I only needed to buy perishable goods like food stuff that I could not buy plantains and keep in the house for 2 years. You understand? So yeah, if you wait last minute to buy things, you are going to spend more. The fourth financial lesson my mom taught me was about investing. And what she used to say was, if you do not achieve anything by the end of the year, then it was a wasted year. My mom truly believed in setting goals and working her way towards those goals. Like every single year when I came back or when I spoke to my mom like, oh, so I bought a piece of land today. And I'm like, okay, good. And she'll say, oh, we completed plastering that apartment. Or she'll say, oh my God, I was able to complete that school fees that I told you about, like maybe assist somebody with the money that they needed. So my mom always believed in doing something, whether it's like opening a business, building a house, taking a course, investing in yourself. Like for me, at my level, sometimes I know people always say, oh, when you're always learning something. Like for me, every year I'm like, what can I learn this year? Even if it's just like even if it's just taking a new course to learn or learning a trade. I'll tell you guys something. My sister and I, every single holiday, we learned a trade. Every single holiday, I've learned how to do hair, nails, bake, punching. The only thing the only thing my sister and I don't know how to do or maybe my sister even knows it by now, is how to fix a car, because my mom was scared to send us to the garage, because if she was not afraid to send us to the garage, my mom would have sent us to the garage to go and learn how to fix cars. So my mom always believed that you need to achieve something every year. Don't waste your years. I know people are like, oh my God, I don't have any money, I don't know. You can volunteering services, you can do that to learn a skill. You can volunteer your time to learn a skill. There are baking classes that are always going on, sewing classes, makeup classes. Just learn something. It must not be like building a house or buying a land or buying a car or something. It can just be as simple as taking a course or learning a new skill. There are different types of investment. I will add to my mom's belief and say that investing in self is also a good investment. Just in case you're wondering. That brings us to the end of these financial lessons. I mean, there's so many more, but I had to just select my best of them and share them with you guys. So I don't know about you guys, but my mom believed in setting the foundation of a child when they're very early. 2 to 10 is when you're supposed to be teaching your child those lessons. So don't say my child is too young to teach them about money. From 2, 3, you can start teaching them, okay, Junior, this is 100 francs or this is $2. Keep 50 cents in your piggy bank. I till date keep a coin bank. This one is cute. I've upgraded from this to this. Life is good. So yeah, I still keep a coin bank where I just put whatever little coin. It's a lot, A lot of money is in here. The day I'll break it, life is really good on my side. I'll be rich. Yeah, I hope these financial lessons help you guys, and let me know in the comment section which of them, what's your favorite. Well. Dangote, I'm talking about Aliko Dangote, the richest black man in the world or Africa, needs 35 visas to travel around Africa. This is something that was shared at the CEO Forum Annual Summit in Rwanda, and I want you guys to take a listen.
Finally, really quickly, we talk a lot about the African Continental Free Trade Area, the ability for goods and services to move across the continent. Mr. Dangote, you have previously complained about the difficulty of traveling on a Nigerian passport across the continent. Has it become easier?
Even an hour ago, I complained to President Kagame.
At least you can come here visa-free.
No, here is the best example, but I told him that, yes, as an investor, as somebody who really wants to make Africa great, I have to now apply 35 different visas on my passport. And I told Mr. President, I said, Mr. President, I really don't have the time to go and be dropping my passports in embassies to get a visa. But you see, the most annoying thing is that, yes, if you are treating everybody the same, then I can understand.
Based on what Dangote is saying, a person from France, America, or Canada will be able to travel around Africa before he does. Does that make sense to any of us? I truly believe that restrictions in movement is going to hinder economic growth around Africa. I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh my God, Americans, sorry to say this, but Americans are really dumb when it comes to life outside of the US. And now I get it. Americans can travel around America. America is like the African continent. If you look at the shape and everything, it's like the African continent. But somebody can leave Atlanta, Georgia, and go to New York, can go to California, can go to Maryland. They can just move like that. That is me leaving Cameroon. I'm going to Nigeria. I'm going to Rwanda, going to Egypt, going to South Africa. I can just. It's a lie. You cannot do that in Africa. If I want to go to South Africa, I need to check the visa requirements. As an African, you will leave America and go to South Africa. I cannot leave Cameroon and go to South Africa. I cannot do that. And I personally believe that limits our knowledge of each other. That limits collaboration amongst Africans. That limits economic growth amongst Africans. Dangote is like an acclaimed person, but yet he still needs to submit documents at an embassy. If Dangote is submitting documents, one more of us, the lay people, we also need to denied, visa denied. He needs to submit bank statements to prove that he has the money. It doesn't make sense to me. And I personally think that this is one of the things that, Gaddafi was trying to fight for before America. Names of presidents we will not mention on the platform. They assassinated Gaddafi on national television because of the Gaddafi's vision for Africa. That Gaddafi wanted Africa to have the same currency like the US had. You guys use dollars all around the US. We use different currencies all around Africa. And I think that limits trade, that limits economic growth, that limits collaboration, that limits exposure as well. Everything I know about other African countries, I read it from a book. I cannot just pick up my passport and be like, yeah, see you guys. Morocco, here I come. I can't do that. So when I watched this, I was like, this is so sad. I don't know what they're always talking about at the African Summit or the African Union, but we need to look into this aspect. At least people like Dangote should be able to move. There should be kind of a passport or visa for them. Does that make sense? Yeah, so that at least they know they can spread the word, spread the money around the continent, not just limited in Nigeria or Rwanda. Share, coverage. Please let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the topics discussed. What do you guys think about the financial tips that I shared from my African mother? And secondly, if Dangote needs 35 visas to travel around Africa, where do you think African stands in terms of economic growth? I want you guys to join the conversation and share your thoughts, and let's see how we can, enlighten each other in the comment section, and also share the video so others can watch it. And we'll see you again in our next video, just in case you were wondering.